What do Egyptian pharaohs, pirates, US presidents, and astronauts all have in common? You guessed it, alcohol. From beer brewed in ancient temples to wine used as medicine, from vodka that means little water, to a beer so strong it can knock you out with a single sip. Alcohol's story is anything but ordinary. This isn't your average trivia night. This is the Mind Metrics. And these are 30 alcohol facts that will leave you amazed and maybe questioning your next drink. Fact 1. The oldest known written recipe is for beer, over 4,000 years old. An ancient Sumerian tablet dating back to 1800 BCE contains a hymn to Ninkasi, the goddess of beer, that doubles as a recipe. It describes brewing beer from barley via bread fermentation. This suggests that beer wasn't just a beverage, but it was deeply woven into religion, culture, and daily survival in ancient Mesopotamia. Fact 2. Alcohol doesn't actually kill brain cells. It disrupts communication between them. Contrary to the common myth, moderate drinking doesn't kill neurons. Instead, alcohol impairs the connections, synapses between brain cells, leading to temporary issues like poor memory, slurred speech, and impaired judgment. Chronic heavy drinking, however, can shrink brain volume and damage long-term cognitive function. Fact 3. The world's strongest beer has an ABV of 67.5%. That's right. Snake Venom by Brewmeister in Scotland holds this record. It's stronger than many liquors and comes with a warning on the label. It's brewed using special techniques like freeze concentration to push the alcohol content way beyond normal beer levels, most of which range between 4% and 8%. Fact 4. Alcohol is technically a neurotoxin. In scientific terms, ethanol, the type of alcohol found in drinks, is a central nervous system depressant and a mild neurotoxin. That means it interferes with brain activity, especially in large amounts. This is why you feel relaxed, then sleepy, then maybe dizzy, and then, well, possibly passed out. Fact 5. In 1920, the US banned alcohol, and it backfired spectacularly. Prohibition, a nationwide alcohol ban in the US, lasted from 1920 to 1933. Instead of reducing drinking, it gave rise to organized crime, speakeasies, bootlegging, and corrupt law enforcement. Ironically, alcohol consumption initially dropped but surged back higher than before by the end of the decade. Fact 6. Alcohol has been found in space. In 1995, scientists discovered a giant cloud of ethyl alcohol, the same type in beverages, in a gas cloud near the constellation Sagittarius. The cloud contains enough alcohol to fill 400 trillion pints of beer. Sadly, it's not drinkable, but it's an incredible sign of how basic organic compounds exist far beyond Earth. Fact 7. The term proof comes from 16th century British gunpowder tests. To prove that alcohol was strong enough, soldiers would soak gunpowder with spirits and try to ignite it. If it lit, the spirit was deemed proof, usually 57.15% ABV. Today, proof in the US simply means twice the percentage of alcohol, so 80 proof equals 40% ABV. Fact 8. Some animals, like monkeys and elephants, intentionally get drunk. In nature, certain animals consume fermented fruits to experience intoxication. African elephants, for instance, have been observed eating naturally fermented marula fruits. Fruit bats, tree shrews, and even moose have all been seen getting tipsy in the wild. Fact 9. Drinking too much water can kill you, but alcohol can't be metabolized fast enough to save you. Your liver can process roughly 1 standard drink per hour. If you drink faster than that, the excess alcohol circulates in your bloodstream, affecting organs, especially the brain. The result? Slurred speech, motor dysfunction, and, if extreme, alcohol poisoning or death. Fact 10. Alcohol is linked to over 200 diseases and conditions. While moderate drinking may offer some cardiovascular benefits, excessive consumption is a major risk factor for liver disease, cancer, depression, high blood pressure, and even dementia. According to the WHO, alcohol is responsible for 3 million deaths globally each year. Fact 11. The word alcohol comes from Arabic. It originates from alcohol, which referred to a fine powder like eyeliner or mascara. The term eventually evolved to mean the essence or spirit of a substance, which is how we got alcohol for distilled spirits. Fact 12. Winston Churchill drank alcohol daily and lived to 90. Churchill famously drank whiskey with breakfast, champagne with lunch, and brandy after dinner. Despite his heavy drinking, he lived a long and highly functional life, though most doctors today would strongly advise against that routine. Fact 13. Alcohol calories count, and your body treats them differently. Alcohol contains 7 calories per gram, second only to fat. But unlike carbs or protein, alcohol can't be stored. So your body prioritizes metabolizing it first, often delaying fat burning and contributing to weight gain, especially around the midsection. Fact 14. Some people can't metabolize alcohol due to genetics. A mutation in the ALDH2 gene, common in East Asian populations, leads to what's called Asian flush. People with this condition rapidly accumulate acetaldehyde, a toxic intermediate, causing red skin, headaches, and nausea after even small amounts of alcohol. Fact 15. The legal drinking age varies dramatically around the world. While it's 21 in the US, it's 16 in Germany for beer and wine. In some countries like Saudi Arabia, alcohol is outright banned. In others, like Belgium and Italy, minors can legally drink in family settings. The idea of a standard age is more cultural than scientific. Fact 16. Vodka means little water in Russian. The name vodka is derived from the Slavic word voda, meaning water. This humble name reflects its clear appearance. But don't be fooled. Vodka typically contains 40% alcohol by volume. Fact 17. Alcohol was once prescribed as medicine. In the 19th and early 20th centuries, doctors used alcohol to treat everything from digestive issues to anxiety. During Prohibition, alcohol was still available with a doctor's prescription, and medicinal whiskey became a billion-dollar workaround industry. Fact 18. Red wine contains antioxidants, but not enough to justify heavy drinking. Resveratrol, found in red wine, has been linked to heart health. But the amount in a glass is so low that you'd need to drink dozens daily to see measurable benefits, which would obviously do far more harm than good. Fact 19. In ancient Greece, water mixed with wine was a mark of civilization. Greeks believed that drinking wine straight was barbaric. Proper etiquette was to dilute it with water, a practice considered more sophisticated and a sign of self-control and civility. Fact 20. There's a rare condition where your body makes its own alcohol. It's called auto-brewery syndrome. Certain gut bacteria ferment carbohydrates into ethanol, causing symptoms of drunkenness even without drinking. It's rare but real, and can lead to misdiagnoses or even false DUI charges. Fact 21. In Russia, beer wasn't legally considered alcohol until 2011. Before 2011, anything below 10% ABV in Russia was classified as a foodstuff, not alcohol. This legal loophole meant beer was sold in vending machines and corner shops with virtually no regulation. Fact 22. Alcohol tolerance varies by gender, size, and even ethnicity. Women typically have less alcohol dehydrogenase, the enzyme that breaks down alcohol, making them more sensitive to its effects. Smaller individuals also metabolize alcohol slower, while genetics, like those affecting ALDH2, can make the experience drastically different between populations. Fact 23. Ancient Egyptians paid workers in beer. Laborers who built the pyramids were given daily rations of bread and beer, not just as payment, but as nutrition. Beer was safe to drink, unlike water, rich in calories, and part of their diet. Fact 24. Alcohol can lower your body temperature while making you feel warmer. Alcohol causes blood vessels to dilate near the skin, making you feel flush and warm. But this actually causes your core body temperature to drop, which is why drinking in cold environments is dangerous. Fact 25. Champagne corks kill more people annually than sharks. It sounds crazy, but it's true. Improperly opened champagne bottles cause dozens of eye injuries and a few fatalities per year, more than shark attacks worldwide. Lesson: point the bottle away from your face. Fact 26. There are over 100 types of hops used in beer. Hops don't just add bitterness, they contribute floral, fruity, or earthy flavors. Craft breweries worldwide experiment with hop varieties from regions like New Zealand, Germany, and the Pacific Northwest to create complex flavor profiles. Fact 27. Hangovers are caused by more than dehydration. Acetaldehyde buildup, inflammation, low blood sugar, disrupted sleep, and even immune responses all contribute to that dreadful post-drinking headache. Water helps, but it's not a magic cure. Fact 28. Some cultures don't have a word for alcoholism. In certain indigenous communities, alcohol use is a relatively new issue, and traditional languages often lack a word for it. This complicates public health efforts and underlines how alcohol problems are as much cultural as they are biological. Fact 29. The Guinness Book of World Records was created because of a bar argument. In the 1950s, Sir Hugh Beaver, managing director of Guinness Breweries, couldn't settle an argument in a pub about the fastest game bird in Europe. That inspired him to create a book of records to end bar debates, and it became the best-selling copyrighted book series in history. Fact 30. Alcohol affects your sleep, even if it helps you fall asleep. Alcohol can reduce the time it takes to fall asleep, but it also disrupts REM cycles and overall sleep quality. That's why many people wake up groggy or unrested after drinking, even if they slept 8 hours. From sacred rituals to scientific discoveries, party drinks to prohibition, alcohol has touched nearly every part of human history. It can build empires or break them, connect strangers or fuel revolutions. But whether you drink or don't, one thing's clear: there's a lot more to alcohol than what's in your glass. If you learned something new today, hit that like button, subscribe to the Mind Metrics, and share this with a friend who'd appreciate some mind-bending facts with their wine. And as always, stay sharp, stay curious, and drink responsibly.